So firstly, I'd just like to wish you a very happy Valentine's Day. I hope that there is a lot of love in your life and in your heart today. And I also have another announcement, which is a bit of a kicker on Valentine's Day, to be quite honest. And I feel a little bit sad about it. However, I know in my heart that this needs to be done. And I require to set and draw this line. So the Wisdom Wednesdays group, as of today, shall be no more. We are breaking up, and it is official. I have made my decision and I will not be turning back from it. I have been putting a lot of time and energy and value into creating the content for Wisdom Wednesdays and sharing it and emailing it and uploading it, the videos, the audios, the graphics, the newsletters. However, it seems to be falling on deaf ears. So I have made the decision to no longer invest my time, my energy and my value into creating something that people don't actually want. So the Building Self-Belief group, that will still exist, and you can access it on Facebook. I will put the link up underneath here if you are not already a member. And this is where I'll be focusing on the development of the classes and the workshops and personal and private coaching for you. So if you do require any support, if you're part of the Wisdom Wednesdays group just now and you would like to still be able to reach out to me for personal coaching or help with any transitions that you may be going through in your life, or you just need some support, guidance, mentoring, please reach out to me either here through Facebook, or you can email me at support@fairyworldwide.com. But this also leads me on to today's topic, which is about cultivating healthy relationships and being able to draw the line when things begin to get out of balance, being able to recognize when things are out of balance and where we can put the boundary up. So there are two types of people in this world. There are givers and there are takers. Now, the best and most healthy relationships are between givers and givers, but you also have relationships between takers and takers, which generally they just kind of suck the life from one another and keep taking from one another, continually expecting the other person to fulfill their own desires. And ultimately, those relationships do not work. And then we also have relationships between givers and takers. And these form quite a large amount of relationships in our society. Sometimes there are those of us who just give consistently. We're constantly giving and giving in our relationship. And the other person is just taking, continually taking. And taking your giving for granted and thinks that you're just going to be there to continually give without any action on their part. And that kind of a relationship really sucks the life from you. And so one thing that's really important if you find yourself in this kind of relationship is to be able to draw the line, be able to put up the boundary around what you're willing to give. Now, if you've just been a giver and a giver and a giver and you don't actually have any boundaries there, you may not know what that means to actually draw the line. Like, what does that mean? For some people, it's like, oh, do I have to start fighting them and saying to them, I'm never doing this for you anymore? And, you know, all this kind of stuff. What it means to draw the line is just within yourself to draw the line, to draw a boundary and to be able to say to yourself, I'm not giving anymore. And being able to uphold that boundary with yourself. I am not giving anymore in the relationship. People may come to you and they may ask, you know, why are you not doing that thing? I expected you to do that thing or to give me that thing or to, you know, be that kind of person. And this is where you have an opportunity to share with them. This is what it is that you want to do and what you're comfortable doing. So one thing that if they come to you and they have like an expectation, one thing that you may experience is that they may get upset, they might get angry. But one of the really important things to remember is that you're not required to fight against like what it is that you don't want. So this may get a little spiritual, quite, I guess, yeah, this will be a little bit spiritual to sort of think about like this, but if in your mind you have a vision of what you want in your relationship, like this is what I want. However, what it is that you're experiencing is something different. Some of us may give all our energy to fighting or arguing about the thing that we don't want. So we're fighting and arguing for the vision of the thing that's not working, okay? And giving all our energy into that area, and it makes that area sort of grow. Whereas if you talk only about the vision that you do want, so you are talking about the vision that you're expecting to see happen, the vision that this is what you want from your relationship, this is what you want from your connection, and this is what you want to see happening, you begin to give energy to that vision. So you begin to make that vision bigger. And what you do in that is you give an opportunity to share with them the vision that you're holding for what you want, so that they can see the value that you bring to the table, so they can see the worth that you have and the vision that you bring as a foundation for the relationship. Now, this gives them an opportunity to see what it is that you are envisioning for the relationship and come into agreement with that. Which, if they come into agreement with that vision, then they will begin to operate in the same, in that new vision, in that way, in that expectation that is there. However, if they don't see the vision, then this also gives you an opportunity to let them go, because they're clearly not meant for you. If this is the vision that you're holding for your relationship and they cannot see that, if they can't see it and they're not in agreement with it, they will not be that. They will not be able to be that. So it will be a waste of your time trying to fight them or argue with them to see something that they cannot see. If you have laid out your vision, that's what's true for you, and they are not in agreement with that, then this, it cannot go on. This is how you show up. This is what you have to offer them. So for them, for you even, it's an opportunity to say, this is what I have to offer you, and you would have to come into agreement with that in order to experience it. If you don't, then you can't. And that's the boundary. That becomes the line. That becomes the agreement that requires to be in place. So if you're in a relationship where you're constantly giving and you don't have a line for your vision and their vision, and they just keep on taking from you, before long, you're going to find yourself like depleted, depressed, feeling like you have nothing left to give, feeling like it's just a constant stream of your energy going to this person, going into the relationship, and you have nothing coming back to feed or sustain you. You need to draw a line. You need to create that boundary. You need to be able to say, this is what I see happening as a relationship. This is what my vision for this is. That is not in my vision. And therefore, I'm not interested in going there. If you cannot be in agreement with the vision that I'm holding, then this can't work. The relationship cannot work. So in order to take back your power, firstly, if you're in this kind of a relationship, okay, and you're required to draw this boundary and you're required to be able to say to yourself, no more, I'm not giving any more. And you're painting the vision and sharing the vision of what it is that you are holding. One of the ways to take back your power is, firstly, not playing this blame game, okay? So in these kind of relationships, it's very easy to accuse someone else or to attack someone else or say it's their fault or they're doing it to us, or, they can't see. And it's like in that space, we feel like we would need to blame them and say that it's their fault that they can't see our worth or our value. But really, if we looked at what it is that we're actually doing, are we showing it to them? Are we painting the vision for who we are? Are we making it clear who we are and what we're about? And are we upholding those boundaries? Are we drawing that line and making it clear of where we are in ourselves? Like, are we taking responsibility for how we are showing up in that space? Or are we in agreement with them and continually give, even when we don't want to, but our actions, we are continually doing that and not standing up for what it is that we want, which is something that we have to take responsibility for. somebody could pressure you into something. I really want this, I really want this, I really want this. If you have always got a choice to say no. Now, if you are not making that choice to say no for whatever reason, if you are not exercising your right and your choice to say no, then that is your responsibility, right? As hard as that might be to hear, like if you're in a situation where you're feeling frightened or you're feeling scared, or you've got things going on and you don't feel that you can say no, it is always in your power to exercise your right and your choice to say no in any situation. What we do when we blame another person is we actually give away our power to change the situation. We give away our choice. So when we blame them, we expect them then to make the choice to change in order for us to feel better. So we'll be like, this is your fault and you need to stop doing that and you need to do this other thing instead so that I can feel more honored or respected. Rather than if we take the responsibility for ourselves and we choose, we make the decision for ourselves, I will be honored and respected because this is where I'm drawing the line. And basically, if you don't match that, you're no longer required to be here. If you cannot respect me and you cannot honor me, that's a deal breaker. The relationship is not going to work. So the beauty of relationships is that they go both ways, right? And that's the way that it is for most relationships. And that's how I also wish for our relationship to be. I wish for you to be able to see the value that I have to offer as well. So for me, it's about taking responsibility to cultivate the right relationships and pour my energy into the spaces that also sustain me as I sustain them. So for you and your relationships as well, in order to be in a relationship where you're also being sustained whilst also sustaining another, one way of doing that is to make an offer. Make an offer about who you are. This is what I'm all about. This is the vision that I hold for our relationship. And if you come into a relationship with me, this is what you can expect to receive. If, however, you step out of relationship with me, then you're free to go because I will not go there with you, So this is the space that I hold. This is the vision that I have for our experience together. And in order for you to come into a relationship with me, you're required to step up, come into agreement, make a commitment, step up your game, show up differently. And when you do that and you come into a relationship, this is what we can expect to experience while we're in this relationship together. So if you find yourself in a relationship or in a situation where you're unclear about who you are or what you're bringing to the table in your relationship, I would offer to you to ask yourself these questions. So there's a couple of questions here that just will help you to get some clarity about who you are and about what it is you actually want. So one of those first questions is just asking yourself, what do I want in my relationship? Yeah, what do I want to experience in my relationship? And then what do I bring to the table in this relationship? What is it that I actually have to offer? What is of value? What is of worth? And what do I want you to see about me? What is it that I want you to see about me? What do I specifically have to offer you? What do I have to give you that's valuable to you? How do I wish to be treated by you? Now, these questions are important because they will help you to reframe how you see yourself in your relationship. They will help to see what you bring to your relationship, and you will be able to better share the vision that you have for your relationship so that you can see clearly where the boundaries lie. Now, if you can see clearly where the boundaries lie, then you can know clearly when those boundaries are being violated or pushed against. And as such, losing your power because you're not upholding or standing for the vision, you're not upholding or standing for that boundary that you have in your heart for how things should be. Now, if you can clearly see that, you can clearly defend that as well. So one thing that I love to do is I love to coach others. I love mentoring and supporting and helping other people to learn things like this, to share new perspectives and ask questions that help you to see yourself and your life in new ways, and to help lift your spirit, lift your relationships, lift your life, lift your business, and raise it into higher spaces where you can begin experiencing the things that you actually want in your life, and not feeling like you have no choice, or that you must like settle for what's been given to you or what you're experiencing, especially if it's taken from you and it's not actually sustaining you. So I will still be continuing with this group. However, the Wisdom Wednesdays group, that will be coming to an end as of today. It's a space that I've been giving to, and I've been given a lot of energy, a lot of time, and a lot of value, and I don't feel that that value is necessarily being seen there. So I really want you to see the value that I have to offer you, that is out of love, and I want you to see that the time and energy that I spend creating for you is to benefit you and help you and support you in your life and your growth and your relationships and your family and your business. Any ladies from the Wisdom Wednesdays group, you would like to connect with me privately, if you're going through anything like a transitional space, or you require coaching or mentoring or support, you can reach out to me and we can talk more about how we can put that in place for you, in a private setting or another way. So stay with us on our Believe in You page, where I shall continue to share valuable content to support you in bringing your dreams to life. And if you need me, reach out to me. I'm here. I'm Fairy from fairyworldwide.com. And I hope that you've enjoyed today's video and that it helps you to find more clarity around your worth and your value in your relationships. Have a beautiful Valentine's Day, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks so much. Love you. Bye-bye.